Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Moirai Divina. And today I have with me Ankit Nagpal, sir, Director of Bang on Target PR and Groom to Bloom Academy. He's also been jury member of many pageants and many other shows and is now hosting his own chat shows on Instagram, which are so inspiring. Thank you, sir, for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me at your show. It's completely my pleasure.
Awesome to see you after so long. And please tell our viewers about yourself and your work.
See, I have basically been running initially, like many of the industry people know, majorly of my business, which is that I run a PR company, and it is called as Bang on Target PR and Media Solutions. And it is basically a PR agency which has been into existence for almost now over a decade now. And when we say PR, we are very well connected with the entire media fraternity. We are very well connected with all the newspapers, magazines, TV channel, radio channels, all platforms of media. And basically, we know all the editors, we know all the correspondents for all the beats. So a PR company basically helps. They are mediators between a client and the media. So I have a lot of clients related to lifestyle, fashion, music, theater, art, cultural. Majorly that we are doing is entertainment. Entertainment is under that tree we have certain other different branches which are of these things like lifestyle and music and theater and pageants and fashion and all of that. So
Wow.
PR has always been my PR has always been my core business. And but here off late since I would say 3-4 years now, I have also been a part of a lot of beauty pageants. As a very, as an eminent jury member, I've done shows with Bipasha Basu. As a co-jury member, I've had Dino Moria, I've done things with Prince Narula, Ranvijay Singha, and so on, many others. So while I was doing that, I was also into grooming. I was grooming all the contestants, I was grooming all the pageant students. Majorly to do with stage presence, communication, confidence, and how to have a PR profile. So all that while it was happening, we obviously decided, we thought that there is, somewhere we need to bridge the gap about students and for them to get more talented and more educated about this industry. So we also now have a grooming academy called as Groom to Bloom by Ankit Nagpal. So that's overall, all in all, what my business comprises of.
Awesome to know that. So already we know about your PR company. So how is Groom to Bloom different from other academies?
Shweta, I personally feel that, without taking any names and there, because I have seen other grooming academies, I've seen their training, I've seen other groomers as well. Sometimes I always used to feel that, that grooming is so important, and it is nothing to do with just pageants. They can be generally anybody who would like to get themselves, they would like to be groomed well. They need to develop their personality, persona. So it's nothing to do with that. It certainly has to be just fashion. So when I talk about Groom to Bloom, we are not just focusing on the fashion industry. We are focusing overall grooming. So, and the kind of experts we have, other grooming academies, I don't want to compare anything because everybody works as per their own way and they want to. But I have specially taken care that all my groomers who are on the panel are experts. They are certified. They are groomers whom people know. Like not somebody who's just a layman or a new person whom I want to give a platform. I know a lot of grooming academies, by the way. Like I said, without mentioning anybody's name, they charge the groomers they charge that आपको अगर हम अपनी grooming academy रख रहे हैं, आप नए आए हो इस industry में, so you pay us to come on our planet. I don't believe in that. It's not for money. It is to actually give talent, because I am somebody who have seen students in almost, I think 30-40 pageants now. I have been associated and been as a groomer and a jury, and I've realized that that grooming during the pageant is always just, it is like I would say it is like a run through. It is like it is like just a trailer. So the real grooming needs a lot of time. A real grooming needs a lot of patience, needs expert advice, needs one-on-one conversation with the students. It cannot be with a janta where 100 people are sitting and you feel you're groomed. So that's what we take care of, that my groomers are very well certified, and they are there only because they are people who have great knowledge in the industry. And when it comes to students, I take care that we give them one-on-one personal, one-on-one P2P, what we say person to person interaction, so that all their queries, and they can also open up and talk, because at times you don't talk openly when they have 10 other students sitting next to you. So, and yes, one more very important thing I wanted to mention about Groom to Bloom is work. So a lot of, and I like to be genuine on that a lot of grooming academies take students with commitments and promises. That we'll give you work, we'll give you business, we'll give you a TV ad, we'll put you in the reality show, all of that.
Yeah.
We do not give commitments. We do not give any commitments. But as per our industry knows, as per my policies, as per my profile and my work, people know the kind of contacts I have, and I surely help them to get work. But yes, there is no commitment, and there should not be also by any grooming academy. I think that is really, really uncalled for. That should not happen ideally.
Truly understand, sir, and so awesome to know about this academy. And I would like to tell all the viewers, I've been personally groomed in one of the pageants by sir, and that was an awesome experience, beautiful tips, and I still remember them. And it was really to the point and very powerful, I would say. That really helped me, and I think it would help all of you and others. Thank you, sir.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's great to hear. I always say that any feedback is always a great feedback. So I'm glad you're saying this today, and I'm glad that I'm here on your show and you could tell me this, because it always motivates me also as a groomer, that when I hear such great things from my students and people who've been a part of my grooming session.
So you've been an awesome person also, be it your attitude or behavior. It's totally charming and so nice to see you and meet you and learn from you. So what is your passion in life? What drives you?
Thank you for the compliment. Firstly, like we teach our students also, always greet with a nice thanks. So I'll follow that. But I think the passion in life is genuinely to be, I always feel that whatever that you're doing, do it with your whole heart and soul. If passion, I say my work is, if I specifically talk about the word passionate, I'm really passionate about my work. But I'm passionate about my work up to perfection. That is what I believe in, and that is what probably, I don't much believe in sun signs, but I am a Virgo. But usually a lot of astrologers and people who read about sun signs, they say that Virgos are supposed to be a perfectionist. And that's what I've been told. But I have, anyway, my nature has been like this. So I take up things, work, business, clients, only when I know I have that passion to deliver. I don't want to do something, money can come, money can go. But your reputation is always at stakes when you take up anything with a contract, and you take up anything to do with any commitments. So I would say I'm really passionate about my work in life, but more than that, I'm more passionate and inclined towards fulfilling my commitments. And I think that should be up to its perfection.
Great thoughts. So how are you coping in this COVID situation now?
Initial months, I think till it's the other way around. मेरे साथ उल्टा हो गया actually. जब तक lockdown था, तब तक I was fine. तब तक I had a lot of things that I was keeping myself busy and everything. और जब अब unlock हो गया है, तो I am more irritated now, because अब मुझे लगता है कि it's gone too long now, and unlock time, a lot of people have got into their work and businesses, but I'm very sure that obviously everybody is facing a lot of difficulties. उनका काम तो शुरू हो गया है, but फिर भी the business is not up to the mark how it used to be. But in my kind of work, it is it's almost like a standstill at this point in time, because my work is all about social gathering only. So how am I coping about it is that just chilling, doing a lot of things at home, which I've never done. So I've been there for my parents. I still live with my parents, so though I've not been married yet, so I have my mom, my dad. So I'm helping my mom with a lot of things at home, and certain things. And I've done a lot of things. By the way, I've become a vet. I've bandaged my dog. She was not well. I've done a haircut of hers. I've become I've groomed her also, and him, the
Wow.
two dogs. I've done cooking. I used to always make my own breakfast. This is habitual, but now I started making main course dishes also. So a lot
Wow.
of things, yeah. And for some reason, I've got very inclined towards birds. So when I put grains and water on my roof for all the birds, so I do a lot of photography while they are there. So a lot of times I've captured hens and beautiful birds who come there. So I think I'm having such a time, but somewhere I'm missing my work.
Yeah, tough times for all, I can understand. And but to all the ladies here, we have an eligible bachelor, and who's getting so wishes for future, sir. And what hobbies apart from all these things?
You put a Swayamvar prospect down for me.
So, has photography always been your hobby?
Photography was never a hobby, I would say, but it was something I always enjoyed, because it's the kind of work I'm into as well, Cheta, that photography is a part of the fashion industry, right? But just the difference was that was centric to fashion, models, and portfolios and stuff. Though I don't make portfolios myself, but selectively when I'm in some mood and I have some concept in mind, then I do make portfolios as well. But I need to have a good concept in mind, which then I work on it. But otherwise, I have photographers, so I have the knowledge. But I've been using professional cameras to explore that. But during this lockdown, I'll use my normal mobile phone, and I've really managed to get some nice pictures out. So
Yeah.
I would say it's not my hobby, but yeah, I am fond of photography, and
Great.
yes, I'm probably just polishing my skills.
Great. So, any upcoming work you're planning? Any new work?
See, I work as in, see, I still have clients for PR. I still have clients in the sense that, like I said, there are a lot of entertainment lifestyle clients I had. I still have them, but they are not in right now working. So like me, they are also right now under a lockdown position because they can't do social gatherings. But I have corporate clients. So corporate clients ka to kaam chal raha hai. They are working because they are open. They're allowed to be open. So yes, we are working for them. But any from PR aspect, but from my any new business point of view, like you maybe you're asking, is no, not as of now, because I want to concentrate and give my time for Groom to Bloom. PR is on an autopilot mode. It is happening, and I'm involved in every autopilot. I mean that I'm involved in every event, in every show, and with every client. But autopilot, as in that it's already flowing. It's already on its driving mode. Groom to Bloom, yes, I'm working on, because there I feel that the students come, they trust us, they trust me. They need to be, while they go out of the academy, they should feel after their sessions that they have gained something and there is a transformation. So I think no new business as such, just that I've started, like you mentioned in my introduction, that I started this Candid with Ankit Nagpal chat show. And I feel it's very interesting. That's something new I'm fascinated about. And it's interesting.
That's really nice.
Tomorrow also I'm going to have thank you. I'm going to have a very special guest, in fact, tomorrow as well, from this TV series called Arya, and with Sushmita Sen ka jo show tha. So usme se I'll have a guest joining me, kind of a lead only. She was there, and she'll be joining me as my celebrity guest. So it's fun to have such interactions and chat.
Awesome. I'll catch up on that one, sure. So
absolutely, most welcome.
So a rapid fire question answer now. Your favorite outfit or attire?
Favorite outfit would be, I'm very fond of jackets, formal jackets. And whoever knows me, I think you've also seen me many at my events and all. Mostly 99% you'll see me with formal jackets on my shirts. So now it's of course too hot. Agar abhi bhi weather theek aur moderate hota, I maybe would have been with a waist jacket or some sort of a full jacket with you right now in this chat. But jackets are something I like, with a pocket square and probably a lapel pin or some nice brooch.
Wow, nice. And what about your favorite food?
Food, Indian. Cuisine will be Indian, and food will be specifically, I think I am very fond of biryanis. So like authentic biryani, chicken biryani actually. I am a non-vegetarian, and I'm actually a chickadarian. I would say I love chicken. So not that I eat fish and other mutton and all that, but chicken is something I like. So I think biryani would be, or butter chicken would be my priority in terms of the dish. Cuisine would be Indian.
Awesome choice. Mine too. That's my favorite too. Even in this lockdown, I've been trying to get and cooking biryanis.
I know whom to call then for sure.
Yeah.
So when I made my first dish also, like full-fledged main course dish in this lockdown, I decided I'll make butter chicken only. So that was my first thing that I explored, because that's one of my favorites.
What about your favorite actor and actresses?
I am a Bollywood person completely, but I am a person who's somehow I've not got very inclined to those mainstream actors of Khans and all of them. But I think I'm very fond of Nawazuddin Siddiqui. He is a brilliant actor. He is very versatile. You put him in any role, he'll perform. So and he'll do extraordinarily well. So I think Nawazuddin Siddiqui is somebody who's my choice that I would.
Wow. Yeah. I think you can act too. People would love you.
I've not tried my hands though on that, but maybe yes. If something of that kind comes my way. I've got anchoring offers though in radio RJ and stuff. Like one of the radio channels recently got in touch with me after seeing my show, Candidate with Ankit Nagpal, and they said, why don't you be an RJ for our radio platform? But then the expectations were very different in terms of the time consumption, which I couldn't match at that point in time. So maybe in the future.
Yeah, see, I am telling you, you'll be good. You speak so well. All that resonates on your face also. So that's really a good point, obviously.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So you've got so many awards. Do you have a count of them now?
Not really, honestly. Yeah. I have now moved them in 3 different places. So my main awards, I would say the national level awards and everything, are all in my main office, my corporate office. And because there I have a lot of client meetings and people do come. So it's nice, it's always there. But the other awards that I have, though all awards and all appreciations from me are same. I do not kind of discriminate, but I think it is an appreciation given by someone to me, and I have complete regards. And the rest I keep at my home. So I have a good rack where they're all my awards, all my trophies are there. So they're all there. Yes, absolutely.
Wow, awesome. We would love to see a picture of that, and someday.
Absolutely, I'll send you one.
Sure. And just one last question to you, or if you have any health tips or messages for people, or any other grooming tips from your side.
See, I'll always say one thing, grooming tips would be too many though, but I'll choose one to say. I would not say it's a grooming tip, but it's a general message that, and keeping in mind that, these lockdown days and what we are all going through as one world would all countries come under one segment for me now, because they're all facing it. They're all going through this problem. And my only message will be, utilize the time to its best level. I have honestly, I'm telling you, this June was probably somewhere where I was little thinking, how I should utilize it. But the first 3 months, I realized that, for example, I wanted to kind of upgrade my website for Groom to Bloom, and I wasn't getting time during my working days, during my normal days of work. So I utilized that. It's a brand new look for Groom to Bloom Academy, and we've kind of just completely changed the entire website and the look of it. We've added a lot of data and stuff. So it takes a lot of time. That only took me good 15, 20, 25 days, plus working on it, the content, what I want. I don't like to leave things on somebody else. I like to be a part of things that I'm so I think I've utilized that time. So I would always say that, do things which you always wanted to do. We never had that time in our lives to do so, and now that we have it, then why not utilize it? And when you say about grooming tips also, Shweta, so many things we can get groomed ourselves. We don't need a groomer. We don't need an academy, very honestly, for some things. It is just that we need to concentrate on certain things that we feel are our fallbacks, some things that we are not very good at, and we can improvise ourselves at home also. Now that we have the time, I think we can utilize that well. And of course, like everybody says in the same message, that be safe and take care of yourself and spread love. That's what I always say.
Wow, awesome points, sir. And it feels you are spiritual at the same time. I'm not sure if you follow that, but beautiful messages for everyone. Yes, and it's really a tough time, but it's good for other transformations and changes.
True. That's true.
Thank you so much for joining me today on my show, and it's awesome chatting with you.
Thank you, Chetan. Before we end, I must tell you something also, that you've been wonderful in terms of, I haven't been much in touch with you post the show. Off and on we were in touch over WhatsApp and different social media platforms. But what you have started, this concept, the way you're doing it, here, like we are having a one-on-one which gets transformed and nicely put up in a nice, short clip. The way you put it was wonderful. I think you're giving, a wonderful avenue for a lot of people. You're giving that platform, and considering that you're very well spoken, the kind of things you could ask. Sometimes at times, people do not ask such relevant questions. Finally, the kind of questions you're asking me, and I purely enjoyed to be on the show. And please keep rising, keep smiling, and I see a lot of success coming your way, considering the potential you have.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. That's like a blessing. Thank you so much. Awesome.
Most welcome. Thank you so much for having me on the show once again. Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye.